So I'm at the CMT Trade Fair in Stuttgart. Today is the 19th of January 2019. I'm going to give you a little walk around the world of European camper vans, and the vans we're about to see here are mainly manufactured in Germany, but we do have some manufactured in the Netherlands and in Poland. In this hall we can see the full range from small companies, startups really, such as this one here, Camper Liebe, making this rather striking vehicle, to the big players such as this one here, which is Volkswagen. That one there, Mercedes, there's their Marco Polo, and you can see there's lots of people here. And I'm going to have to fight my way through a little bit, and so what I want to do is just show you some of the things which are on offer here. Now, I've done separate films, and if you see anything you do like, what you've got to do really is perhaps put it into the search engine, because almost everything that can be seen here has been filmed in the past somewhere else. I'm going to show you this van here, Road Trip, from Innovia. This is Mercedes Sprinter base. I would say that's my favorite. Oh, let this lady in. And there's another one. Now, a proper camper van, in my opinion, does need two things, which are a toilet and a shower. You want to wash yourself, and you also want to get rid of what you don't need any longer in your body. And so therefore, Mercedes and VW, they produce these rather expensive vehicles, such as the Marco Polo or the California Ocean or things like that, and they're lacking them. So whereas some of these vans look pretty outstanding, when it comes down to practical use, it's a bit of a problem. Here is one, for example, from this company, Pössl. This is their Campster, which is also lacks these features, but it's at a considerably lower price than what you'd buy from, VW, Mercedes. This costs £52,500 you could pay. There's one van here from VW, which you're looking at around 90,000 euros. Lots of cash there for that. Now, Pössl is a company which was started 30 years ago in 1989, and it's a relatively cheap brand, comparatively, because there's nothing cheap here. If you're buying a van, it's all pretty expensive. Road car here, Westfalia, very iconic brand, being sort of harks back to the 1960s, building on VW base. Now, as you can see, it builds on all sorts of Nissan, Ford, Mercedes there. This is a VW. It's got all sorts of possibilities. But one thing, I'm going to show them this Kepler as an example. You can get all sorts of things in a van, in a small van. This is not much bigger than a car, and look what it's got at the back. There's your toilet. You've got a fridge in there. You've got a sink. You've even got a shower, and there's the shower tray. That duckboard thing there comes out, and you can give yourself a wash. Right, so that, I think, is what it should be all about. Okay, have a look in the back here. This one here, plenty of room. Now, this is more of a sort of a Ducato base, which is sort of rather standard in Europe. We have the Ducato takes about 2/3 of all motorhomes and camper vans are on RVs, let's say in general, are on a Ducato base. Now, some, such as this Sven Hedin from Westfalia, has this rather interesting, what it calls a pop-out. Look at that. This thing here comes in and out electronically. Gives you a bit more room for your legs, because as you can see, the van slopes up like that on both sides. Not so much room. The higher that thing goes up, the more room you get in the back, more room space you got for your bikes or whatever it is you're carrying. So that seems like a pretty good idea to me. This company here, Strada, it's sort of expensive manufacture, but actually Westfalia is also pretty expensive, to be quite honest. But they've got one or two vans here with a interesting and novel approach. but you're going to have to see them in other films because I'm clearly not going to get into any of these vans. Oh, I'll get into this one. Let's have a quick look. And as luck would have it, it's the one I wanted to get into. So let's go inside. Right, what I like about this, you've got a bed up there. You see the bed's up there. It gives you all of this space down here to play with. So you've got like a living room. Also, you look at all this space at the back as well. This van is 636 centimeters in length. So, okay, it's not as small as some of these car-like models. You've got a big bathroom here at the back. Here's your toilet, your shower. The carpet obviously comes out. You've got lots of stacks of space here for storing things. Look at all this. Look at all that space in there. And there's more up there. Look at all that. I take the shelf out. You can hang your business suits and your wedding dresses and things up there. You've got a big fridge. Same again on the other side. And I'll come out and let other people come in. So that's a design which I very much appreciate. And our last month, or 2 months ago in November, I published something on a small German manufacturer called the Possl Mobile, and there was more than 250,000 views on the van with that type of layout. Look at this, you've got plenty of space there in the back as well, so I think that's a pretty good way of doing things. Similar in here, and that's more of a standard type approach. I can see there's some kind of a party going on here. Obviously this is for tourist destinations as well. It's a great offer here. They put lots of entertainment on for those wanting to see people singing. So a great event. Now let's move over to some other stands. See some more. A plug van. Their idea is that you have a van which can be used for as a van for deliveries or something like that. But then the weekend or something, you can plug your camper bit in like that. So that's dual use, if you like. The idea there, of course, is that you can use it for your van for your business purposes, carrying bits of wood around or bread or whatever, and then. Well, anyway, I'm sure you follow the idea. Here, Bimobile, they're not really camper vans, they're motorhomes. Van Tour company from the Netherlands, they use diesel as a heating. Now, diesel heating does tend to be more expensive than using LPG, gas, as we call it in Europe. And but the advantage is that it means you've got more room. They're claiming here, it says mehr Sicherheit, more security and more service, they say. Okay, let's come through. Okay, Terra Camper, now 4x4 vehicles. Their idea is you're going to carry a lot of stuff with you. You carry it in these boxes and then you sleep on the top of the boxes. This is made for the hardcore. Over here, WSR, sort of a traditional sort of camper van layout with some similar to what we just saw on the Westfalia stand. You've got your camping, your kitchen in there, and not much beside it. This Wavecamper takes a modular type approach, so you can sort of take the bed, the seats out as and when you need it. You've got this bit here. This also comes out. You can see you've got these runners down there, and the bed, the chairs go in very quickly. This company manufacturing Possl in Poland, where the VW plant is. Octobus, again, a rather traditional type approach As you see, most of these are on a VW base, but not all. One company which is now beginning to have some success in the camper van field is MAN, as M-A-N, as a base vehicle. We see here from Balcamp, from Gdansk in Poland. We've got this vehicle here, for example, which, but this is, I would sort of say, at the top end of the camper van market. They've taken the roof off, and they put a higher roof on, allows the bed to be held in there. You see another one there, was a Mercedes down there. So that this is more exclusive. Okay, storage solutions here. On my right there is a Reisemobile van concept. I mean, Reisemobile catalogue is what everybody uses when they're looking for parts, and but they also have the sort of modular ideas for camper vans. You can see there's a pile of Reisemobile catalogues on the pallet down there, and their approach. So you can see within the back of this, there was the Reisemobile kitchen, which you can buy an empty van, you can stick that in yourself, and you can buy a toilet, you can buy all sorts of things to put into the van yourself. Clever vans over here. They're sort of a rather simple, cheap vans. Before that though, I'm going to mention this system here, Vanessa Mobile Camping, which for example last year was on the Mercedes stand as on their X-Class. And this is these units which come out here. So you've got storage units, you've got water, you've got fridge there, for example. You see the water at the other side, and they can take a great deal of weight, really impressive amounts of weight. So if you were doing something like this, obviously it's 4x4, you're off-road in the bush somewhere or whatever, in a vehicle like that, you can stick a tent on the roof, or you can stick a tent on this flat bit out there, and you've got your stuff in there, which is very well protected. And here's another example of it in use on the VW. So or Mercedes, or Nissan, or other bases. So that was a quick look around the European world, if you like, of camping. I've taken you through hall 7 here. The point I made is here you've got a VW camper van, 40,000 euros. Well, the base, look, it's on a petrol engine as well. That's unusual. Very unusual. I mean, I think it's the only one I've seen here is on petrol engine. I mentioned this here company as well, Globe Traveller from near Warsaw, Karchev, and they manufacture these vans. And if you look at my site, I mean, my #1 most visited video last year was a Globe Traveller van, over 1/3 of a million views on my site. So the other sites might have had it as well, but this was it's quite really an achievement, I think. I'd just like to point out as well the way they do the beds in here. See up there, that thing there comes out, it folds down. There's another bit that pulls up, and you can have a bed up there, but you can see it's not taken away from the headroom of the vehicle. So this is the only company doing that. It's a patented solution. Here, coming down to Weinsberg, this van here I find particularly attractive. It's very high, I think it's 3.20 meters in height. It's got a huge amount of height inside, meaning you've got a lot of space for storing, which personally I think is extremely useful. Here we have a Weinsberg van, which is more traditional in the way it looks, and with the seats at the front, bed at the back, 45,000 euros in cost. Weinsberg's was started as a carriage manufacturer, I think, in the 19th century. It belongs to this company down here, which is Knaus, and You can see some of their camper vans, obviously just camper vans too, but they do caravans and motorhomes, some quite exclusive looking motorhomes. Let's have a quick look at a couple of these vans through the back. So you look at something like that, that's quite good. You've got to be quite fit to use it, but what you've got, if the bed will go up and down depending on requirements. This you could put up to probably its maximum position, but you see that gives you all that space. But during the night you might feel a bit claustrophobic, of course, because of the it's so close to the lockers. But look at the magnificent amount of space that gives down there. I'll show you another one. VW Crafter base, they've got them on MAN, they've got on Ducato. Look at all that space in there. Oh, and there's somebody who's really gone for the space. Look at that, huge amount of space for storage, bikes, anything of that nature. Very good. Formondo is a company who's been in the car industry for quite a long time, but they started doing vans about 4 or 5 years ago. Lunar, which is a British company, so I didn't mention the UK when I started saying the man, but that's, I think that's the one British van here. On here we have Slow Motion from Slovenia and another solution. Right, so I've come back now to the Pössl stand. That is this hall here. It's the Stuttgart Fair, and I've shown other halls in other films, so should you be so interested. I know it's Stuttgart Fair will be well over by the time I get round to publishing this. However, there's always another year. There's 2020 and you can see it. More vans then. I hope I'll be seeing more then. Right, so hope you find that of interest. Hope you've lasted this long. 17 minutes. And there you have the world's premiere of the BL 600 MQ camper van from Knaus.